I'm gonna be late. This is Comics for Christ. Man, I gotta work on those landings. Hello, my Cape Christians. My name is Ethan Johnson. If you don't know, now you do, and we are here with Comics for Christ, and we are here to talk about the amazing, the spectacular Spider-Man.
Ethan, you're not wearing the regular Spider-Man suit.
He has a black and white suit. It's one of my favorite suits he's ever worn. Let's just go with it. So, let's start with his power set. What is Spider-Man's very basic powers? Well, we all know his classic web swinging, but he also has something called the Spidey Sense, which sets off an alarm in his head, telling them that he's in danger. So he can dodge an attack, move out of the way. If you know someone else is in danger, Spidey Sense can still go off and let him know that someone else is in danger, who else he needs to save. Those are two of his main power sets. He also has some form of super strength. He has hyper agility. He has a plethora of other abilities, especially when he's in his Venom suit, is what it's called. It's this alien that comes on, bonds to Superman, and gives him a couple extra powers, but that's pretty much it. But those are his power sets. His origin. Spider-Man comes from a humble city in New York. He goes around saving people in that area. His powers came from a radioactive spider that bit him on the hand, and the rest is history. He goes off saving people in any way, shape, or form that he can, sometimes teaming up with people, but most of the time, he does do it by himself. His uncle Ben died in a tragic accident as he was being mugged, and he gave Spider-Man / Peter Parker the very famous quote that all superheroes know: with great power comes great responsibility. So that is the origin of Spider-Man. And what is the aspect of Spider-Man that we can pull from him as Christians? The aspect we can pull for Spider-Man is his self-sacrifice. I cannot think of any other superhero besides Spider-Man who sacrifices as much as he does. Unlike most superheroes who have superpowers and who have invulnerability or have a lot of money and they don't really need all of it, Spider-Man is one of the superheroes whose suit actually shows wear and tear. As in, like, it has holes. He gets burned. He gets stabbed. The hole's still there. He gets burned. Part of the suit's gone. But the Superman, he's nigh invulnerable only to certain things. Batman, he has so much money he can afford to rip his suit or lose some equipment. But Spider-Man, he's mild-mannered Peter Parker. He's a reporter for for his daily newspaper, and he goes off of minimum wage. He's not some tycoon who can automatically refund his suit and have it sewn for him or have a special customized suit for him that never rips or tears. It's not even bulletproof, really. He had to learn how to sew in some runs of Spider-Man so that he could keep repairing his suit the way he knows he needs to. Superman, he has his fortune of solitude. He has AI robots, technology that's not of this world that helps him repair his suit, helps him heal whenever he gets injured. But like, Spider-Man is a mild-mannered guy who has to wear a mask all the time. Unlike Batman, who has half of his mask, Spider-Man's mask is fully on his face because he doesn't want anybody to know who he is. He wanted his secret identity to stay a secret, but yet he sacrifices so much from, as I said before, his bodily autonomy. He gets stabbed, he gets poisoned, he gets tired, he gets burned, he gets electrified, his body is deteriorating, to even money. He has to pour money into being Spider-Man when it comes to his suit being repaired, when it comes to buying a police radio so he knows where all of these crimes are happening. But as I said, he's investing his time. He loses a lot of love interests because they don't know he's Spider-Man, and he has to go off and sacrifice a date because he has to go off and fight Sandman or fight Doc Ock or fight Electro, and he hears it go off and he has to leave because without him, who's going to protect all the people? And with that mentality, I want Christians, especially people who watch my channel, to know that self-sacrifice does come with its rewards. In the end, Spider-Man knows that he has people around him who get what he's going through. He has other superhero friends who have to go through the same exact thing, who's lost parents, siblings, friends, people who have to lead a double life because they can't have anybody else knowing, because their villains are that dangerous that if anybody else knows who they are, then their villains can attack them to get to that superhero. There's people he trusts he's gained by being Spider-Man. His friends and some of his family even know that he is Spider-Man, purely to protect them, so they don't think that so that they can watch out for Peter when he's doing something extremely dangerous. There are a lot of things that Spider-Man has to give up to be who he is, and there are some things that we as Christians need to give up to be who we are meant to be. There's a lot of things we need to sacrifice. May it be our time in spending time in the church, helping out when it comes to a banquet that's happening in that church. Maybe there's a fellowship that needs a little more extra hands. Your hands can be those hands that help that event go smoothly. Your ears can be the ears that listen to somebody struggling with the sin. Your mind can be the one that's thinking on everybody else and praying for everybody else. Your time can be the time that's being spent helping folks if they need their driveway shoveled, if they need their lawn mowed and they're elderly and they can't really do that stuff anymore. Have your heart be the heart that is the first one to jump in and to save that person. Being self-sacrificing is not a bad thing. Some people can do it to a fault where they're even neglecting themselves, but we as Christians should be those people known to do that, known to jump in, known to always be willing to show our support and to be a real friend to other people. Because in the Bible it says, he who hath friends must show himself friendly. A lot of my friends I know, and I hope those friends know me for the same way, are willing to jump at a moment's notice to help me out with anything. I can count on one hand how many people I know will drop whatever they're doing to help me out. And the Lord says that that's a true friend. I want to be that true friend. I want to be that person who's willing to sacrifice their time, energy, even money, or a specific thing happening because another person needs me more. Just like Spider-Man. Spider-Man knows that he is doing what he does for the greater good. He knows that he is the only person who's able to save that person because he is the person he is the only hero nearest to that person being saved. And that's how we as Christians should be. We should think of the Lord calling us to help someone else out. We are the only people who can fill that role because the Lord has called us to that specifically. I think that Spider-Man is a very, very good role model, especially for younger guys, for even women. There's even female iterations of Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl. There are so many different iterations of Spider-Man because he can literally be anybody. And I think that's what the point of the superhero being created is, because there's so many different iterations of it, because Spider-Man can be anyone under that mask. And that's one of the points that Stan Lee made, is that's why he had him fully masked, because Spider-Man could be anybody. And his self-sacrifice is a way of showing how we could be that superhero for other people. And that is what I think we should pull from Spider-Man, is his self-sacrifice. If you like that video, I have 2 more up in my channel. Please go watch those. Like, follow, subscribe, and please, I would love for you to share this to get this out to as many people as possible. I love the engagement, and if there's a hero you want me to pull a Christian aspect from here on Comics for Christ, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Please be sure to like, follow, and share, and see you guys in the next video.